most first-person shooter fans, this is the king of them all. Here is our review of Modern Warfare 3 for the 360.
The third installment in the Modern Warfare series. How does it stack up? The story of Modern Warfare 3 follows up right after the events of Modern Warfare 2, hours after killing General Shepard. Modern Warfare 3 takes you on the final journey to ending the hunt for Makarov.
I'm coming for you, Makarov.
The story is played out well, and even though many criticize the story of Modern Warfare 3, I think it's real good. Masterfully executed for what it is. I could ask for no more from a story in the action genre. And unlike stories from the campaigns of Battlefield 3 and games like Medal of Honor, I actually felt connected to the characters and the overall story. When guys like Campo dies in Battlefield 3, it didn't faze me one bit. But when Soap died, well, I kind of felt it. Yeah, much deeper story.
Tell me, Bryce, how long did it take him to die?
The graphics in Modern Warfare 3 are as good as they get, at least on a console. I saw nothing to complain about and I expected nothing less from this finale. At least I hope it's the finale. Then we have the controls, as smooth as they get. There are certain things the Call of Duty franchise has gotten right, and the controls are one of them. A few pointers could have been taken from Battlefield 3, but then no game is perfect.
Then we just have to kick in the front door. Tell Nikolai to ready his men.
Now, on gameplay, now remember, we're talking about the campaign here. Check out back or future episodes in the lobby to get our take on the multiplayer. The way the stages are designed in Modern Warfare 3 grabs you and keeps you hooked till the very end. There are no dull moments in Modern Warfare 3's campaign, not one single one. This game keeps you immersed with this action movie style gameplay. Each stage is a memorable experience.
Access code Black Viking. Get me a secure line to Asset Metal 01.
The voice acting as usual is top notch, 100% A-list. This again helps keep you immersed. It's what we've grown accustomed to from these Call of Duty titles. And other than the dialogue, the overall audio is as expected, spot on.
We're compromised! Moving across the street!
The weapon selection, much like Battlefield 3, is also ideal. Nothing missing from this arsenal and they all work how we'd expect them to. Checkpoints again are generously distributed. Never a moment when you die and end up way back.
RPG, look out!
Let's talk the duration of the stages and the entire game. Now I got this game the same week it was released, but I went straight to the multiplayer and never visited the campaign until I reached level 80. I heard a lot of remarks being made about how short this game was, that it was the shortest in the series. Now I never really timed myself while playing any of these games, and when the end credits rolled I was completely satisfied. So I had no problems with its duration. As a matter of fact, I completed it in my usual time for games like this. 3 sittings. Yeah, 3 or 4 sittings is all it usually takes to complete a first-person shooter or survival horror action adventure game. So, I didn't see the big deal with the game's duration. Maybe that's just how I like them, short and sweet. The difficulty level set on the hardest seemed easier than previous installments though. The campaign was a real breeze, but nothing I see the need to complain about. The Special Ops mode adds a bit more longevity to the experience if that's your kind of thing, but I'd much prefer the Special Ops mode replaced with a real co-op campaign. This pick your stage horde mode style experience is really no replacement for a solid co-op campaign. The things in my humble or not so humble opinion that keeps this game from being a perfect 10 are these. I know different people have different problems with the entire franchise, but these are the things that stand out for me, always have and always will. First, no cover of any kind, unless you consider strafing in and out a cover system. This is so unbelievably bad for me. I'll never understand why, for a game that seems to pay so much attention to detail, would omit something like this. Is it that I'm the only gamer in the world complaining about this, so therefore majority vote rules? And then, there's your squad's AI, or lack thereof. This is like a Call of Duty signature. Your squad members talk a good talk, but that's about it.
Target building in sight! Watch the crossfire!
And this again is so very noticeable because the overall game is so good, you know, it's so detailed. I won't use the word realistic, but I think it's safe to say the devs over the years have made significant efforts to pay attention to certain details, and this just never seems to improve. The AI is just always bad. Then there's the whole run and reload thing. This coupled with the fact that you can't run and shoot at the same time is probably another thing that I'm alone on. But alone or not, this has to be the dumbest crap I've ever seen. Okay, maybe not the dumbest, because, you know, we've seen a lot of crap in video games. But this is pretty bad. I've touched on this before in the lobby, but as long as devs keep doing garbage like this, I'll be that angry gamer spewing flames. Am I really the only person who has a problem with this though? Is it that most people get so caught up in the bells and whistles of these flashy games that they completely miss these shortcomings? Or do some of us just cast a blind eye? This goes back to the level of detail devs put in games like Call of Duty and Battlefield. How can this happen during development? At what meeting do devs conclude that it makes sense for a trained soldier to not know how to run and shoot or reload at the same time? What? Did the devs think this would give you some kind of unfair advantage? Look, if you want to talk unfair advantages, then address crap like the amount of body shots it takes in regular matches to take a guy out. I could go on forever about some of the things I would trade for a run and gun system, but I won't. Let's leave it at this. Modern Warfare 3, another great game in the history of video games, and just like Battlefield 3, it did some things wrong, but it did a lot right. The lab gives Modern Warfare 3 an 8 out of 10.
Athena is still with us. Weapons tight, and don't throw any shots.